Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Capricorn. So, Capricorn, as always, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So, Capricorn, your reading today feels very clear to me that you are dodging a bullet, that you are avoiding a real nightmare for yourself. It feels like there is this blessing in disguise, because I feel like there is some expectations or a certain expectation towards somebody specific that could be in your area of commitment or partnership or relationship or marriage or family, more than work that I'm seeing here. It's more in an intimate environment, a more close connection. That maybe you thought this time this was the one, or this time they had learned something, this time they had matured, maybe they have forgiven something, they were ready to co-create with you. But there is an incredible but here, because I feel like these expectations are very quickly dismantled, are very quickly brought down to your consciousness in a way that doesn't allow you to create, like this big nightmare for yourself or this big frustration. It's almost like uh, you are dodging a bullet. Okay, so the reason why I'm using this expression is because of the Nine of Swords that is beginning your reading today, Capricorn. This card, the way that it fell, it was like a le parcours type of, what do you say, trajectory. Those people that, in urban sites, they do incredible movements with their body, and with just, the weight of their bodies, they are able to, it's almost like an action movie, but that's in real life. And they are, making their way through the city, through the situation, through the problem, kind of like dodging a bullet, you see? And it's interesting because right away when I saw this card, I remembered of that scene in Matrix, the movie, the first movie, when Neo, curves and bends backwards, and it's like the most remarkable and most, I feel like, classic image from that movie. So this is what you're doing, Capricorn. This is what you are dodging. This is what you are preventing yourself from entering a situation that could become a big nightmare, and you are containing it, and you are dissolving your own expectations. Because, if this is it's almost like this is the moment when you realize that your expectations were never perhaps going to be met. Because here in the next line, the Sun, the King of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So this is the line that is talking about the potential expectation or the intense desire, especially with the sun bringing its full light. I feel like your attention was towards this one, whoever this King of Cups is representative for you, Capricorn. I feel like there was some sort of conscious desire, conscious dreaming of this one being the one, or at least, it could be in a professional setting, because the Three of Cups, it's not the Two of Cups. But to me, the Three of Cups is a co-creation from the heart. it has to come from this pure intention of the heart. So even if it is in a professional setting, if it is in your career, Capricorn, I feel like it's almost like your career is your second family in a sense, and your business partner is, a friend, or maybe, somebody that you hold in high regard, that you love very deeply, at least, if not love, but it's you admire, you like you just care for them. But this is like a possibility. The main scenario that I'm seeing here, Capricorn, is a dynamic that could be playing in your intimate life, in your romantic life, in your family environment. Because the way that I was seeing this is like, and it could be both. It could be one that you wanted to be the one, or one that is already, a lifelong partner, and you wanted or you expected. It's like you were shining a light of hope, of desire, that they would reach this level of maturity, this level of emotional maturity. It's like or maybe like compassion or forgiveness is the word that is coming through. If there were expectations, and I feel like there were a lot of expectations because of the sun. The sun to me is bringing like the intensity. It's like your entire focus was in this person's actions, reactions, responses, decisions, or like the emotional feedback. Because I feel like your intention, Capricorn, is one that is pure, is one that is incredibly spontaneous and coming from the heart. So in order to co-create this, you need a partner, you need others, you need a business partner. And so maybe you are in search, hopefully thinking, desiring, wanting, asking, praying that you will be, it's like you will be shown who this person is to engage in this co-creation with you. And I think that when you see this person, when you saw this person, you shone your light on them, and you thought that they were going to correspond, that they were going to how do you say, like the reciprocity would be, very fluid, very similar, very natural. But that's the thing, Capricorn. We already saw that there is this blessing in disguise. There is this protection that I feel like, I think it was for Capricorn, the message that came a while ago, maybe 2 or 3 cycles ago for Capricorn, that was talking about a higher protection for Capricorn. And I feel like in some regard it's the same, but it's different, because here it's about this one. It's about maybe your, I don't want to say naive, but I want to say like maybe holding high expectations that this one would respond and correspond to your desire to co-create. But here, with the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, it's like these Swords cards are like sandwiching your expectation, or it's like no matter how much you shone a light on them, no matter how much you willingly wanted this to work, it's like your desire, your focus, your attention, your hope was on this person. I feel like it doesn't matter how much intensity and focus you put onto them, it's like they would never rise to that level of maturity, of emotional intelligence, of even maybe, desire to co-create something. And I don't mean because it's you, it's not personal. It's just because I feel like they have their own demons, their own nightmares, their own problems to deal with. Because what these two cards are talking about is that, you know, if the Nine of Swords is the card for me, well, the nines, because there's only one suit in the middle, and then the 10 has two. It's like the difference is that you dodging this bullet, it's like you didn't even begin a situation, or you didn't even engage in a more intense entanglement or intense engagement in this co-creation with this one, because it's like maybe you had glimpses of the issue itself, or maybe you thought that just by dipping your toes in this water, it's like you saw how intense it would be, or how problematic this could get. And I feel like here it becomes very clear to you that engaging in a partnership, in a relationship, in whatever sort of connection with this one in particular, because you see, this King of Cups is your vision of them. It's not necessarily who they are, because it's your hopeful eyes, your hopeful light shining this desire for them to reach this level of emotional maturity. Because this is the only, it's like this is the minimum standard for somebody to be part of this. So you are hoping that they would reach this level. But the moment that it becomes something that you understand more and more who they are, or the energy around them, or the entanglement that could get really complicated and tense in it's like the energy gets tense and dense. You see, it's like with the Five of Swords, it's like you're able to detach, because here, not only, we have 10 and then half of it, which is 5. It's like here you are able to get close enough to see that your expectation was never going to be met, at least not by this one, whoever this is, because it's like they were just not in the right moment. I feel like they were dealing perhaps with, maybe a lot of personal things, personal issues that you managed at first to dodge. The first problem, it was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But then you see that it's not one thing. It's like a recurring thing. It's like maybe they are, always going through something that is very intense. And so with the Five of Swords, this is actually the detangling, the part where you're able to not be in the same lane, where you're having to constantly dodge bullets that are not even yours. You see, Capricorn? It's like if you stay in this relationship hoping for the better, hoping that, they will mature, hoping that they will reach the level of co-creation that you want and that you desire and that you are ready for. It's like you would stay in this constant danger lane, where you would have to always, try to diverge, try to dodge this constant bullet coming from their way. So the moment that you realize that this is the not the impact, but this is the attachment that hits you in a sense, because it's like when you see yourself apart from them, when you see yourself not in that relationship, or at least not in this co-creation, because I feel like this is you have not found yet the person that is right for this co-creation with you. And so you were hoping and wishing and desiring that this King of Cups would meet the standards, but they didn't. And the moment that you detach yourself, you see them for who they are, which is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like your desire, or maybe you see so much of their potential to rise from the level of the Knight of Cups, who is still in search. Maybe they're still sorting through their own emotional baggage, but you could see their true heart, even though they couldn't, or they were so trapped in something that was consuming them that, because it has nothing to do with you. The best that you could do was detach yourself. And when you do, yes, even though it feels odd, it feels, maybe you're losing a little bit of your hope, because, you wanted this to work. You wanted this to be the birth of this co-creation. But as I said, it's not something that you can do on your own. It's like you need a partner or other people to do this. But it's like you were protected. So detangling, finding yourself apart, because you see, here is the two of you. It's like, by proximity, you were being hit by the same bullets that they were being hit, that they were bringing to you indirectly, just by being close to one another. So when you do detach, it's like, for you, it becomes very clear, Capricorn, that they are still very immature, that they are still a lot naive, or maybe just needing to work through their emotions. There's something in their heart, in their relationship history, in their life, whatever it is, that I feel like has nothing to do with you. And the closer you are to them, it's like it's going to impact you because you're near them, you see? And so even though it's not the greatest thing, right? Because you haven't yet found the partner that is going to be the one or the ones to co-create this beautiful thing that you feel in your heart that is incredibly powerful. But this is, I want to say, this is a blessing in disguise. This is protection. And seeing them for who they truly are is like, it's like you also allowing them to go through whatever obstacles they need to go, so that they find themselves stronger and more capable of overcoming their own issues, instead of maybe relying on you, or maybe passing on to you the responsibility of dealing with their own demons, you see, because of the entanglement. So I feel like there is this detangling, this process of separation that is incredibly positive for you and positive for them, although there is discomfort for both parties, because maybe they feel insecure without you, maybe they feel smaller without you, but this is the reality of who they are. And I feel like, you also seeing them for who they are, it's not making them small, it's just giving them clarity and perhaps acceptance that if they don't choose to do this emotional inner work, shadow work, whatever you want to call it, it's like they're never going to rise to the standards that is important for you, is crucial for your co-creation. Is only when people are in this level of emotional maturity that they are able to participate in this co-creation with you, Capricorn, because I feel like this is where you are, so you don't expect nothing less, you see? So it's like, yeah, it's hard, but it's something that I feel like it's necessary for the highest good of both of you, for you to not needing to keep on dodging bullets, but for, you know, giving them a chance to also become aware of what they still have to do for themselves, which does not include passing on the responsibility of their problems onto you, even if it is unconsciously, you see? So, Capricorn, I'm going to pull more cards for you to see where this wants to go next. And I'm going to pull also the astrological runes as a final guidance in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.